It's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And we got some Siegfried line action in the Mana Core. Scouting on Siegfried line can be challenging. It does have a big field, and you can have some pretty good results out there, but it's fairly limited in the spots you can go, and most of them are known. Now, I'm going to go to what is a fairly well-known spot, but it's sort of an interim. One of the most basic plays on this map, there's two of them actually. We'll get up into the bush that I like to go to, which is sort of the interim type of bush, is this bush right here, and there's a corresponding similar one on the other side over there, or all the way tucked up on that middle road and using those two bushes. The problem with that is the proxy light. So I kind of stopped doing that unless I know that their light tank's not there, and at the beginning of this game I can't know that. I don't know where the RHM is. I'm pretty sure I haven't caught him getting down in there, but who knows? And you, okay, the dog is here. Thank you. So who knows? But I don't want to sell out. And I can see that this leopard's coming, right? And so I know where he's going. He's going to go right there. That's the other problem, is medium tanks getting there, and then your light tank is permalit. So I'm just going to take this interim spot. This works really nicely for a very small scout like the Mana Core. And I can kind of keep an eye, especially a leopard poking up. Even with him trying to use these bushes, I'm going to see him, and he's not going to see me. Also, I catch a 50B running around out here, which is a terrible idea. So you can possibly get some spotting damage out of guys moving up. You can kind of keep them from poking up and doing anything very useful. The thing you do have to watch out for is if they push over and come at you. That can be a problem. But you can get a lot of damage out of sitting here, and it's more of an interim wait and see type of position. Let's go ahead and hold this. Where's the RHM? Maybe we can get him outed somehow. The 50B's raging around like a muppet. And it looked like he was maybe leaving, and then I think he actually makes another run across there. So we get some lights. We can see the IS-7 goofing around down there. People like to get hull down in that position. Problem is it is fairly vulnerable to artillery. Now we're getting some spotting damage off the Leopard, so we've already got 2,100 out of that. And pretty quickly here, the 50B loses his mind and decides he wants to push up. That damage goes into the Leopard. I don't think I got credit for it, but you didn't see any dirt get thrown up, so that was a direct hit on the Leopard. All right, well, the 268-4, I see what he's doing, but it's way too early for that. There's a 50B, a Leopard, who knows what else back there. It turns out one of the things back there is a Sturv, and he's going to get torn up. I get it. He wants to get in there and clean out the Leopard. You might go, well, Guido, you could support him in that, but I think we both die if we do this, and I certainly lose a bunch of hit points. So he runs in there with 2,000 hit points, does 589 and fails to run in and ram. I think he's probably worried, rightly so, that the Leopard might olay him and get around to the side. That could be certainly a problem. But I think his best bet was to attempt to ram the Leopard, because the thing is, the Leopard's probably moving backwards or not moving. So he might actually have a pretty good chance of ramming him. If the Leopard was already in motion forward, it's going to have a really good chance of getting by. But as it was, he's going to stop and try to put on the brakes and backpedal. And he just ends up losing all his hit points. Artie hits him. He takes big hits. Sturv's thumping him. He seems to have survived. Then he takes 2 big hits, and he's just done, right? He's shot from every direction. You feel bad. On the one hand, like, well, I could have gone in and closed out the Leopard, but more than likely he still dies, and I probably take a bunch of hits as well. So we're just going to hang out here and let this go down. Sturv is hanging out behind that bunker right there. And now we've got the 50B who has decided to push around the corner. Now he has watched the 268 cruise in there and die. I haven't really been lit, so he thinks maybe he can make this happen. And I'm like, oh boy, that's not good. The 4005 is AFK. But then I see the 4005 hit the I'm reloading thing. He takes a bunch of hits, and I am going to take the opportunity, in this case, to shut down the 50B, although I'm not the one who gets the damage on him. I don't think, did I? I did, but I didn't kill him. Somebody else did. I do get lit, but I know I can kill the Leopard. So we're going to come up and over, reloading while we come in. We'll auto-aim this guy. He actually misses me, which is good. We'll shoot him. Artie comes in. Thank goodness he didn't track me. I get lucky with the Sturv who hits my gun, and we actually get away with that. All right, so still a bit of a dangerous move, but a little bit better in terms of possibility of living than the early push, in my estimation. And what that does is, the big key, again, the RHM hasn't showed up. In fact, he's dead now, so I did see that he died. He must have been on the other side of the map. I think he was over here being an idiot over on the east side, from what I remember. I don't see him dead nearby. Yeah, I think he was over there when he died. So now I own the middle. So now with the mana core and its great vision and good camo, I can start using these bushes and sort of dominate this middle. At the very least, I know my team's flank is not going to be turned. And yes, I did not see my gun was damaged for a very long time. So we're going to come up here. I'm going to go up and over a little bit. See if I get lit. Just test the waters, poke up here, and now I'm in good shape, right? They're kind of pushing across. It's a fairly even game at 4-4, but the field is taken care of. At least we're not going to be having our flank turned. Now I'm relying on the heavies and everybody in town not to screw things up. The good news is there's only me and a 4005 being wasted at this point out in the field. I could leave the field. It is possible I could have swung over there and helped in the city, or maybe go all the way over to the east side of the map, add my gun into that action over there. For the moment, though, I was hoping that one of these guys would sort of show me their side, especially the BZ-75. I'll take that shot and back down if I can. And I just can't quite get a highlight on him. Again, I don't see the gun. Large portion of why I missed that is I have not fixed my bloody gun, and I could have done it for a long time. Not playing quite as much as I used to, so these are the skills that are going to atrophy quickly. SA is the first thing to go. I figure the Sturb is still out here. Team's doing okay. We get 2 kills, and we're up 6-5. The BZ's in trouble. He's backing out. Don't see him. I might have been able to blind shoot there. I don't know where he is. Still haven't noticed my bloody gun. So I probably need to be doing something a little bit more at this point, so I decide I'll move up closer here. Maybe I can get some lights on somebody. There, I finally noticed the stupid gun. There he is. He's getting pushed. He takes some hits, but we kill that, and now I'm going to push in. So we have defeated the guys that were in the western side of the town, where the IS-7 and the I-113 are. So that's good. Now when I push, I have some reasonable expectation of support from those guys. As opposed to had I gone earlier, maybe the BZ gets shots on me, or maybe I don't really have any help. I think the FV starts to move up as well. So we find the artillery hanging out right here. Looking for a shot on him, but I don't quite have it. He's in that little dip. Catch the HMC running around, although that was lit by probably the 113 and not me. There's the 430U, and there goes the Sturv. He's running away. So don't get lit. I'm just going to go ahead and soak up some of that assist goodness. I probably, in this case, could have driven a little further away, taking my spotting ring to the edge of where the 430U is and get some shots off for free. And right now it looks like the 430U has not spawned in. And what's funny about this is he will actually show up right here in the near future. I'm going to use this tree right here and hope that that's the camo. Reference the camo video that recently came out. Obviously the crown is where the camo is, but notice that he's in the bottom part of it. It's hard to know exactly where that camo hitbox is, but we'll take that chance. We take that shot. I don't get lit. The 2112 or the 261 is not quite far enough up over that hill to see me. So we'll do the same thing here with this bush. Put 440, but I will back out just in case that 261 is seeing me. I think he might have taken a blind shot on me right there. And then we'll go ahead and scooch in. I figure I'll go finish off this 261. He takes a hit from artillery, takes another hit from, I think, the 113. And I'll be able to close this guy out. He's only got 19 hit points. We'll auto-aim him, shoot him, do a hard left, bounce off the purple part of the map, and push on in. And it's all over but the shouting, guys. We got 6,100 assist. Careful moves and use out in the field. Find the 430U right here. Put another shot for 389. Just a 1-point low roll. That'll work. 113's trying to get in there. We do have a 103. We do have to watch out for him. He's pretty tough. Bat Chat dies. This is interesting. The 430 or the 103 was invisible. Again, the tree thing we're talking about, right? The conifer tree. He was getting camo off that. When he fired, the camo went away. I'll just take what was probably always going to be a ricochet. He prioritizes the 113. That allows me to push in without getting shot. I am going to carve left here instead of going a little bit more direct route, because if I come up over that hill, he probably gets a shot on me. So we'll just turn left until this building now, and plus he's backing up, so now the building is blocking his ability to shoot me unless he wants to push forward. He does get around on me. I'm just going to hope he misses. There we go. I could afford to take a hit. I wasn't that worried about it, but he did miss. spin around, and he never quite gets turned around to get another shot on me. 2,156 damage, 6,233 assists. We got 3 kills there, and another good example of how to handle the Siegfried line field. There is a bush on this other side, which is hard to see. I'm trying to find, well, I think it's this one right here with the tree next to it. It's not quite as close as the one on the north side. So you can do kind of the same thing, but the run in to the road is longer and you're not quite as close. This little one that I was in is spectacular for burn through on light tanks that aren't terribly concealed, and for medium tanks. You're just a little bit closer for a thing like a Manticore, an ELC V90, or a smaller light tank. That's really nice. There's actually 2 over here. I think I was probably circling the one with the tree. There's one with the tree and one with the smaller tree, essentially. This side only gets 1, just this one right here. So, something to think about. It is a bush that does occasionally get blind fired. If you get a light tank player that gets to the middle, pops up, and keeps getting lit, they're probably going to suspect you are either in the bush I was in, the further one, or maybe this one over here. But this closer one tends to get shot by good medium and light tank players. And even sometimes, if the enemy team is coordinating or talking at all, those heavies that are in this depression might start shooting into those bushes as well if they know there's a light tank hiding there and they're doing some decent communication via chat. All right, that's all I've got. Siegfried line, light tank. See ya.